So let's start the class for pedagogy, please. Now listen. So already in pedagogy, we have understood growth, development. Hi, Smriti. So definitely in pedagogy, we have already studied growth, development. In development part, last class, we have studied many factors. Ruchi, good evening. Hey, Ruchi, your name. Now I am feeling very happy. Your name is there. Yes. Unlimited. That's very good. Don't make fun. You be serious. Now look here. We have already studied about meaning. So what and all we have studied about development? We have studied about development, growth, meaning of growth we have already finished. Now definition of growth we have finished, meaning of development, definition of development we have studied. After that the graph related to development, difference between growth and development we have finished. After that what we have done here is we discussed many different factors, education implication of principles of development. Now principles of development is one of the factor from where many questions are coming. Okay, so that section also we have discussed and we tried to do proper justification with that. So last class we have studied need for paying attention to individual differences. That was the first point we have studied. Next, influence of heredity and environment in the child progress. That was we have studied. Need for developing motivation. Yes, what is the need for developing motivation also we have studied. Now need for correlation, how we are going to correlate what is exactly you are going to correlate is growth and development. What is correlation here is growth and development. Reasonable repetition. So reasonable repetition means we should not be repeating it again and again. There should be a limited amount of time we can repeat it. Healthy environment is there. Healthy environment is there. That's one of the most important thing. Next important is need for a pragmatic outlook. Need for a pragmatic outlook is one of the most important factor. Now you need to understand that there are some possibilities and there are some limitations. Always now we have a habit. Ashu, hi Ashu. So now look here. So always we have a limitation. So we limitize ourselves for understanding and sometimes we are underestimating. So need for Raki, good evening. So now look here. Need for pragmatic outlook means every stage of growth has its possibilities and limitation. So teacher and parents should not place over or under demand on child. Such demands lead to mental tension for the child. Yes, now that's very obvious. Hey, this time you are going to rank first in the class. We as a parent just opened our mouth and said this time you are going to get first rank in the class, but is it actually technically possible for the child or not? That we need to see. That what is exactly the best possible way to bring that first rank without giving them tension, rather than giving them over pressure for bringing that first rank. Understood? So need for a pragmatic outlook is there. That should be a positive environment around the child where they should be learning tension free. That's the first important thing. Need satisfaction of each stage. Yes, we need to tell them every stage. We need to tell them, and we need to first, the parents has to understand that the satisfaction level has to be to that level where the child should be understanding human relations. So the feeling of being wanted and loved in the children is vital for their inner development. That's again a very important thing. Now, causes of development. In that causes of development, we have studied maturity and learning. Both are very interrelated, and maturity comes with age, and maturity comes with physical development, mental and emotional development, and maturity will be exactly again one of the part for it is an innate tendency of heredity. So definitely what the see, it is like you need to understand that every human children, they will be gaining puberty or they will be attaining the age of adolescence. So we have characterized like this is the age of development, this is the age of adolescence, and in that age only we will be seeing that the children are exactly attaining puberty. So definitely there is a marked level where the maturity is exactly shown. So maturity will be of two type. One maturity will be coming with age, where the skeletal, muscular or neurological development will be done according to particular level, and another maturity will be coming at the time when we are interactive with the environment. Understood? So yesterday we have discussed about the what you call physical maturity. So today I have just explained about the maturity that will be coming to environmental factor. So learning depends upon practice and experience. Yes, learning will be depending upon what? Practice and experience, 100%. And you know what? Learning and maturity is exactly totally winded up together. So we can say one simple word, that maturity will be coming, and it will be exactly coming by learning. Understood? So when somebody will be telling you how to speak, how to behave. Yes, good evening, Sumiti. Sumit. Oh, I thought Sumiti, ma'am. Sumit, good evening. So here it is exactly coming with experience. So when someone will be in the family or in the school will teach a child that, hey, you should be humble when you are dealing with small children, or when you should be respectful when you will be talking to elder people. So this is a type of teaching anyone will teach a small child. The moment this teaching will be coming to that small children, what will happen actually? The most or the foremost thing will be happen is, good evening, you. Now here the most important thing will be happening there is, the child will be understanding that I have to be humble. So that is a type of maturity, and this maturity came by learning. So if they might have not learned it how to behave, they might have not done shown this maturity when they will be handling a small child or a bigger people. So this is exactly one of the most important point. Maturity and learning are winded up together, and they are exactly totally with each other. I hope everybody might have understood this one. Now, factors influencing development. So one by one we are going to discuss about what and all are the factors. So all that, first we studied principle, then we have talked about that how the environment, how the education system has to be dependent upon development. Then we are now going to talk about factors influencing development. So which are the factor which can influence development? So first important factor is heredity, and second one is environment. Understood? So first part is heredity, and second part is coming as environment. So how can heredity and environment can be exactly working as a factor which is influencing development? Now understand, physical structure. So 100% you will be definitely, you might have heard in your lifetime when some people from outside will be coming in your family, and they will give a just comment about your look with your parents look. So they'll definitely be telling, hey, you look like your father, you look like your mother. So definitely there is a resemblance with the outlook with the parents. Are you actually understanding it? So how your parents are looking alike, or how your great grandparents or grandparents are looking like, little resemblance is coming. So that is exactly due to heredity as a factor. Next comes under emotional characteristics and sex differences. That's so it is again coming to heredity. Next is emotional characteristics. Again that one is a part. See, race is again one thing. So race, I will explain how race is coming in heredity factors. See, you need to understand that in race, I want to say one thing. See, when somebody will be asking you one thing about race, internal structure means here, see, in this intelligence is also coming, and internal structure is coming, that is necessary facilities of life. Now society and culture, then disease and injuries and school, these are coming as the internal structure. And environment will be exactly dealing with this, and internal structure is a different part. So only I was thinking how internal structure came into it. No, so internal structure and intelligence and race and emotional characteristics, these all comes under heredity. Understood? And the environment section is going to exactly take on necessary facilities of life, society and culture, family background, disease and injuries, and school. So these are exactly the outer part which is exactly taking care. Now I am going to explain one by one. See, there is one factor that is associated with intelligence. See, learning is not a heredity. Please remember this one. Learning is not heredity. See, it is said that a person who has very intelligent whatever he who has been very intelligent in the family, got always very good marks in math or some subjects, then their children, they're supposed to be not like them. Understood? So why? Because how much person has devoted himself at the time of learning that subject, maybe their children will not be. So definitely it is a type of activating the frontal lobe. This is exactly called as the frontal lobe. Understood? And the frontal lobe is associated with knowledge enhancement. The frontal lobe is associated with what? Knowledge enhancement. So 100% when you will be exactly enhancing your knowledge skill, that time the frontal lobe will be highly active. Understood? So learning, writing, doing any work, art, literature, everything will be stored in the front part of the brain. So 100% this is exactly based on your skill to learn, and it will be enhancing according to that only, and it has to do nothing with the heredity. I hope you might have understood this section. So heredity is not holding learning. So we can say that a parent who had never went to school, their son or daughter will go to school and they can become IAS officer. There are many examples like that. Why? Because how much the child has enhanced its brain capacity, maybe the parent has not got that much of opportunity to go in school and learn. So definitely it is not at all a very important part that the heredity is exactly learning. Otherwise, Einstein, I always used to say that Einstein children were not Einstein. Why? Because learning is never heredity. Understood? So learning is never dependent on heredity. So we are going to talk about heredity, and in that physical structure to all the single part we are going to discuss. I hope you might have understood. Hi Nisha. Now look here. So heredity is considered as sum total of inborn individual traits. Heredity factor play their part at the time of conception to the mother womb, the height, weight, color. So now look here. I'm going to talk about the most important thing here. So please pay attention here. So when a child zygote formation is there, then how this zygote formation will be there, and after the zygote formation, what and all things are happening, I'm going to explain this one. See, for a child to be born, the father and mother both are contributing, they are giving their DNA. Okay, now you understand 50% of the general characteristics of father will go inside the child and 50% of the mother will go inside the child. So there is a 50-50, understood, accumulation of DNA inside the father, DNA inside the child. Now from here, if you will say 50%, 50%, now from the father body itself, means the father variation. So you need to understand that an individual DNA can never match 100% with its father or 100% with its mother. So definitely there is variation in selection. There is variation in selection. Like I'm just going to explain this one. Father and mother is there. Father color is dominant. So child color will become like father. Eye, that is pupil color, is dominant for mother. So child eye color will be like mother. Hair color, father dominant. So now child hair color will be like father. Now earlobes, like earlobes. This is earlobes, the lobes which is exactly hanging. If the mother earlobe size is dominant, then the child earlobes will become like that. So here you need to understand one thing. Here you need to understand one thing, like there is a selection process going on. There is what going on? Selection process going on, and the selection is done between both the parents. Understood? So what we are assuming here is 50% of the trait means characteristics. 50% of the trait is coming from father side and 50% of the trait is coming from mother side. Now from 50% father side, 25% is given by father itself, because father is also a case of variation. Understood? Now 25% is coming from father's forefathers. Father's forefathers means father's generation. Father generation means father's father, mother, their great grandparents, their great grandparents. Understood? So that means what? So that father is giving from his body 25% of trait, and his 25% from his body is given by their forefathers. So forefather 25%, 25% from father, and that means its contribution is 50%. Same way from mother's body, mother will give 25% trait trait means characteristics from her own body, and 25% from mother's forefather. So definitely there are a chances of, yes, it's a very, very interesting topic, Nisha, because this is dependent upon, so every individual is exactly a single identity. We can never be telling them they match 100% with father and 100% with mother. So this is exactly the trait which is exactly going on. So 50% from father, 50% from mother. In 50%, father is giving 25% and 25% from father's forefather, and mother 25% and 25% from mother forefathers. Understood? Now there are certain diseases also in this process. Accidentally also they are exactly giving certain diseases. So this is exactly the trait. So heredity, when we are discussing, so how many chromosomes are there? Pair of chromosomes are there. For character, total 23 chromosomes, 23 pairs of chromosomes are there. These 23 pairs of chromosomes are the one who is exactly going to make a child look different or similar like parents. Understood? So in this 23 pairs, one pair is for sex. Understood? Like if XX will be there and XY will be there. So this chromosome, if it is XX and XY, if it is XX means is it going to be a girl, and if it is an XY it is going to be a boy. So this chromosomes are exactly, so one out of 23, one pair is sex chromosome, and this sex chromosome will determine the baby born will be a boy or a girl. Understood? And then remaining 22 pairs will be exactly discussing about the color of the child, their hair colors, some diseases will be going on, earlobe size, height, weight, everything will be exactly, the content will be going, means all the genetic constant in 22 characters will be going, but the 23rd character will be associated with their sex. I hope you might have understood here. Come on, Ruchi, everybody, did you understood? So this is exactly the game of heredity. This is the game of heredity, and this is the way the heredity is exactly deciding how a child will look like. So 100%, yes, ma'am. That's why, Nisha, this is exactly a very, very important topic. And this topic, I think it should be known to every teachers, because they will be exactly, see, a teacher now, they very easily, they give a remark, but they should never give a remark, because a child is not at all, see, I have seen some of the live examples where you might have known, like one child was there, he was studying with me, and he was studying in my coaching. I have seen some patches in his legs. Understood? Then means the patches were black patches. Yes, they were having some black patches, very unusual black patches were there. So it was like a very, the child was always having some scratching tendency of that. So at the time of teaching, that definitely it was an eye catching thing. So one or two times I asked that, why can't you go for some treatment or all? They're telling, Auntie, I'm going for Chennai for treatment, but I'm not getting that particular type of treatment. Then I said, is it because see, generally what happens that, there must be some, see, either it may be some infection. So if this is an infection means it will be recovered. Then the child is telling it is happening after 5 or 6 years of age, and it's still continued, one is going, another one is coming, and after going it is sending a black patch in the leg. So now the legs were full of that black patches. So I said that, can't you go for like a type of checkup where some hormonal imbalance but a blood problem or something will be there? Definitely the child listened it, and they had discussion with the parent. Rather than shouting on me, the parent took it very intellectually, and they took the child. And here one thing we came to know, that yes, that is exactly imbibed in the DNA. And the most important thing is, it was not done to see, usually the parents used to leave that factors, but when it is a stage will be reached where it is very high, then they also want to investigate it. So when they investigated, they came to know that two generations before or three generations before, the doctor said that maybe this might be present in some of the family people in their bloodline, and it got directly carried forward, and it is exactly deposited or dumped into this section. So definitely the recessive trait, the trait which is sleeping, can awaken in any one of the future generation. I hope you might have understood this one. So these all things are exactly the games of heredity. So if a mother is having eye cancer, then definitely father or mother is having, anyone is having eye cancer, then definitely it will be going to child. Eye defects, if parents are very closely what you call close relation marriages are always inviting trouble, because the reason is their what you call their selection of traits is very very minimal, because the DNA is very very look alike. At that time the child will be born with certain deficiencies, certain what you call defects. That's eye defect is a very common defect. Next is, if African and American will marry, definitely it's a very very good case, because there are chances of selections are very high, and vibrant cases will be coming, the child born will be more healthy. So these are certain cases we must be knowing. Understood? So here the traits means very far off relative, no bloodline relation marriages are there, means the child born will be very very healthy. But yes, if the parents are having some deformities, then it will and it is exactly imbibed in the DNA, means if it is present in the DNA, then 100% it will be carried forward. Understood? So physical appearance also. And one more thing is there, like if before marriage a person, yes, it is exactly imbibed, and it is a genetic factor. You know, this is a genetic factor, and it goes. Eye defects are some of the genetic factors, and it will keep on going. So, from the mother line or father line, if any one of the family people, the eye defects are exactly imbibed in DNA, it is just like a recording. So, once the recording, any one of the DNA, the recording is exactly done. So in this trait, if any recording will be done, means it will keep on going to generations. Okay, so maybe this generation it is dominant, next generation it will become recessive. So it can be done, it can be done. Otherwise there is solutions or chances are very very less, specifically if father or mother both are having, or if it is dominant in mother's trait and recessive in father's trait, but the trait is taken by the mother family, then definitely it is coming. Like thyroid. Thyroid is one disease. This is exactly goiter. This is due to iodine deficiency. It is also one of the defect in which mother is the carrier. Mother line is the carrier. So if mother is having thyroid, the child born will have thyroid. The child, if it is a male, means chances of having is less. But if it is a female, chances of having will be very, very high. So this is exactly the way how the DNA plays, and DNA tries to make any content, any gene, the gene will be exactly selected, means the gene, healthy gene will be selected, means the child born will be healthy. Otherwise, they may be having many, many defects. I hope you might have understood this part. Is it clear for everyone? Come on, say. Is it clear for everyone? Yes. So there are many things, and eye defect is like with usual wearing of specs, means taking care of eyes and taking care of proper what you call things. It will be, yes, you, it's like a very improper way. So and nowadays eye defects are not because of heredity. Eye defects are coming because of too much screen time. Understood? So we cannot be saying that the eye defect is coming because of that. Many times the eye defects are coming because of too much of screen time. Okay, and usually this happens nowadays. So nowadays every parameter has changed. So shall we go back to our main content, please? Now listen. So we have discussed heredity. Now in heredity, many topics need to be discussed. And heredity, from heredity, what in all actually are the inborn individual traits. So here in inborn individual traits, these are the traits that is coming. Yeah, carrot eating is also one of the most important way. Many people are telling carrot eating is also vitamin D supplements and this eating, and definitely it will be enhancing the eyesight. But once the eyeball size will be exactly changed, means it is little difficult to recover it. The only way possible is to wear a suitable glass. Continuous wearing of glass can allow the lens to be very healthy. And see, two things are there. So continuous wearing of glasses will definitely reduce the impact. Otherwise, if more strain is given in the eye, means recovery will become little late. Understood. And the eye power will keep on increasing. That's something which is not good. So physical structure, so influence of heredity factor can be described in the following. 100%. Right now only we were talking about the physical structure, that is eye color, hair color, skin color. This is due to the parents. Okay, so now physical structure include height, weight, physique, and body chemistry, which influence child growth and development. Tall, energetic, attractive people are generally get success in the field of sports, exercise, and what they call gymnastics, modeling, and acting. So short-heighted or overweight people can also decide their career field and give speed to their development. So I think that the physical structures, this is too much written. We should not be going to that levels. So see, the field decided by the people is according to the physique they wanted to say that. Okay, but we can challenge our weight every time. Means whatever we are exactly right now, we can change it by regular practice. Height we cannot cross, means height we cannot change, but personality development can be done in any time. So that's also coming as a part of development. So physique is something because of which we can have our field of career to be decided. Okay, that's they wanted to say. Next is sex differences. So influences of sex differences on physical and mental development are clearly observed. Physical growth of girls is faster than boys. Yes, here you see, here don't do this differentiation of girls and boys, like girls are getting what you call girls are getting first chance to go in a ration shop or this thing that thing. No, that's exactly according to the environmental factor, social factor. This is the what you call benefits given to girls. We are going to talk about more of biological. Yes, we are going to talk about more of biological. Yes, so physical growth of girl is faster. You might be seeing that the girls are growing faster than boys. So girls gain maturity faster than boys, and mental development of girls is faster than boys. So girls are supposed to be more sensible than boys, but boys are exactly very groomed. You need to be understand that one. See, boys, see, if somebody will be asking you, one simple example I'm telling you, this will be generally set a roadmap for you. Like if you will tell a boy one direction, the boy will go in that direction one time. You know, just understand this. The boy will remember this direction after 1 month also. The boy will remember that direction after 1 month also. This is exactly that technical aspects are far more advanced. Understood? But if a girl went that direction one time, she'll not remember. But you know what? They are inborn James Bond. The girls, the females are like that only. Their instinctive powers are far more ahead than males. This is exactly any boys are listening, miss. If any boys are listening, miss, don't contradict. I'm telling you the truth. You have to accept it. You are technically correct, and ladies are logically, mentally, and instinctively they are correct. Why? Because we reach to that destination by asking everyone. We will reach, we will reach, see, without any help, but we will be every time we will keep on asking, and we will reach the destination. That's what is the difference between the male and the female. And the male will keep on searching without asking anyone. They will exactly technically try to find. Girls will take the help and they will exactly find that. So that's the real truth about girls. So girls instincts, the female instincts are far more faster than male. And you know what, it is actually proven. Second thing is that, see, I am very proud, like I'm not showing that proud, but definitely what is there is, in mythology also it is said that girls were made, see, girls were made to protect the boys. Understood? Why? Because see, in the family also, the female na, they will be speaking every time. You will be seeing that the female will tell, hey, this friend of yours is not good. This friend means what? Their instincts are very heavy, and their instincts are very strong. So whenever any instincts are coming that this person is not good, this person, that person, the male is thinking, listening from here, and taking our very one. So yes, yes, sophisticated. And boys think they are superheroes, jumping and doing lot of stunts. But the thing here is the girls' instinct powers are far more faster. They can sense things much stronger than any other person. And because of that, the male should listen those things, and they should always understand that these things are exactly going to benefit them. So when they are getting lost, then they are coming and asking, hey, you told was absolutely correct. somewhere you were correct only. Very silently they'll accept it, but they will accept at the end when damage will be more. So definitely the female instincts are, and that's why it is said that the Shakti, the female part, is also called as associated with Shakti. The Shakti has been coordinated and made to protect the male section of the society, and it's exactly what at the time of need the female will become a multitasker, and this also now every female is proving. Understood? So now emotional characteristics. So female mental development of girls is faster than boys. Yes, they are very groomed, they are very understanding, and their mental development is faster than boys. Emotional characteristics. So yes, it is a very important part for growth and development of a child. A child with negative emotion like fear, anger, jealousy is adversely affected in his physical, mental, social, moral and language development. That's the most important part. Negative emotions like fear, anger, jealousy. So if you will be seeing in a family, like one child is there who is exactly very much introvert, not speaking. If they are speaking, means they are speaking something bad, and they are showing always anger and jealousy, means that means what, they need to be talked, they need to be talked. But all the people who are introvert are not having negative tendency. Maybe they are introvert because they don't want to express their views. So if they are unable to express their views, means they are not taken as negative. They will be taken as an intellectual entity also. They can be taken as an intellectual person also. So you need to understand this part. Please kindly understand this section, and we need to discuss this part. Okay. So that means a child with negative emotion, fear, anger, jealousy is adversely affected in his physical, mental, social, moral and language and development. So here not two aspects are there. In an examination, if questions will be talked about it, so the child will be characterized as two. One is having positive and one is having negative. The one which is having positive will be having next less stress. They will have a good mental growth in the sense of thinking capability, means they think positive. Their physical growth will be good, their social and moral development and the way they are interacting with the society will also be surely high. And negative emotions and negative thinking and negative speech is exactly one reflection that the child is not in a proper trained family, and their mental, physical, emotional and social growth and growth will also be disrupted in a long term time. I hope you might have understood. So intelligence, so if somebody will be talking about intelligence, so intelligence is one of the most important parts. See, no one can stop the learning capacity of a male and a female. Always it is said that there is an age to study. Please cut that section and say there is no age to study. There is an age for growth and development. There is an age for growth, but there is no age for development, specifically mental development. You can enhance your mental development. So intelligence is a significant factor which affect the development of a child. Yes, it is a say, it affects his social behavior, moral judgment, decision making and emotional growth. On his experiment, Terman has presented relationship between intelligence and learning to walk and speak as following table. Please check this one, and this is exactly one of the most important thing we are going to discuss about. Yes, that's the true thing. So here, girls are exactly, boys should respect a girl in every manner. Yes, but I feel like yes, this is exactly one of the most important thing that nowadays in society, the society and the culture and things are now little bit changing. See, from one, it's just like one side was always heavy. Now little balance is coming. So why balance is coming? Because the multitasking of a female. Now the males are also understanding. The males are also understanding that if they are providing a specific what you call push to the ladies, they are definitely doing good. So definitely the female section of the society has proved their presence, their marked presence by their intelligence and by their good work, equal and interdependent. Yes, that's also has to be one of the most important part, and none of the sections should be suppressed. Then only growth of society and growth of country should be done. Understood? So the growth of country and the growth of society is totally in the hands of equal male and female, equal rights, equal presence to be shown. Good evening, Sharmila. So this is exactly most important thing. Now this one we need to discuss about intelligence. So if somebody will be discussing about intelligence, it is a significant factor. Intelligence is a significant factor. Without intelligence means will you be able to do any work? No, 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 no. So here it affects which affect development of a child 100%. It affects social behavior, yes. And here intelligence is what? Intelligence means accumulated information what you have gained at the time of learning is intelligence. Okay, this is not a very big thing. Yes, Shobha ma'am. I'm not ignoring. I was just in a mood of teaching. So now it affects his social behavior, correct? Moral judgment, and here decision making and emotional growth. So here 100% everything will be exactly on each other. So you need to understand. Yes, see what is intelligence is the things what you have kept inside as an information is intelligence. Understood? It's and the presence of mind to depict those informations at a particular reflexes. थैंक यू सो मच. बट आपको नहीं लग रहा है कि आप अभी गलत टाइम पे बोल रही हैं मैडम? So here we need to understand this part. So I hope you might have understood. ओ शुभम, तू किसके रूम से घुसा है रे? बेटा आज तेरा क्या हालत है बता दे. आज क्लास में पढ़ना नहीं, यही सब काम करना है तेरे को. Now look here. So what we are going to thank you so much for liking and whose name is Soba. So now look here. Intelligence is a significant the development of a child, which affect the development child. So definitely शुभम जस्ट मजाक कर रही थी. आज कहाँ से आया तेरा क्लास हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? It affects his social behavior, moral judgment, decision making, and emotional growth. Okay. So now here, on the basis of his experiment, Turban has presented the relation between intelligence and learning to walk. एक मिनट रुकना. So now we are going to understand intelligence level of a child, that is motor development age in months. We are going to talk about. So what and all are the stages? Speech development age in month. Nothing, nothing, nothing. नहीं नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है शुभम. जस्ट आई एम इन व्हाट यू कॉल टीचिंग मोड एंड इन बिटवीन मैं जल्दी इंटरेक्ट नहीं करती. इफ़ इट इज़ रिलेटेड टू स्टडी मीन्स इट इज़ अंडरस्टैंडेबल. बट उस समय थोड़ा सा ये हो जाता है कि हाँ ये टॉपिक को कंप्लीट करना है. डिस्ट्रैक्शन होता है तो फिर टॉपिक कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाता. दैट्स द ओनली थिंग. So in between I am not reading comments. Means the comment which is connected to studies means I am able to say. Unwanted means जो study से बाहर होता है उसको अगर talk करेंगे तो थोड़ा सा mind में distraction होता है. Intelligence. Okay. That is also a type of development I need to learn. Now look here. So here on the basis of experiment, Turban has presented relation between intelligence and learning to walk and speak. So here we are only talking about walk and speak. Okay. So motor development here, motor development age and month. Motor development here is what? Reflections. Understood? Reflections here is कि when you are picking, taking. So सबसे पहले talented, normal, moron and that is it is very difficult for me to speak. Imbecile, imbecile. Okay. Yes, that's what. सो डिस्ट्रैक्शन होता है तो काम कंप्लीट नहीं होता है. सो नाउ लुक हियर, जो टैलेंटेड बच्चे होते हैं दैट इज द मोटर डेवलपमेंट विल बी डन इन 13 months. Speech development will be 11 months. So they will start blabbering something. They will be start. Yeah, that's correct. I will do it. No problem. So now look here. Normal children, they will be doing 1 month after the motor developments. Motor developments means the skill. See, motor developments means kicking, taking something. That's exactly coming. Reflexes. That is coming as motor development. Moron means little. It will be like. Less than normal children will be called as moron. So here it will take coming as 22 months. After that also to below this, yes, embolize means which is not in that normal category, which will be coming in below normal category, understood or not? So it will be exactly termed as that age where what you called, that type of category of children which is special, what you can say, or which will have what you call logical capability in a very very less way. Logical capability will be very very less, so they will be called as imbecile, sorry. Hmm? So imbecile, IMBESILE, okay. Huh? Yes. So this is imbecile. Imbecile means how much? It is coming in 30 months. But here speech development will be very, very far. So 12 month means 1 year. 24 month will be 2 years. Understood? So 24 month, 2.5 month only they will start. Here 51 month. So 51 month will be how? 12 means 12 fives are 60. Understood or not? So nearly 4.5 years these children will be capable of speech. They will be speaking something. So they will be capable of speech to this much. They'll take this much time to speak. Yes, they're disturbing. Correct only. So now, but it cannot said that all children adopt the above pattern presented by Turbin. Yes, but one thing must be taken care of. All the children, now, all the children cannot be presenting the same pattern. All the children are not like that, and a few children will be like, it's not going to be that factor where motor and speech development will be like this type of coordination will be sometimes because of any other environmental factor or family. uh, there may be some other factor also. It may not be the neural or some defect might be there. Because of that factor also the growth and development will be little slow. Okay, so now we need to understand that it is observed that children with low level of intelligence do not possess good problem solving behavior, creative, imaginative and inventive ability. So 100% such children, those who are exactly weaker in intelligence section, those who are weaker in intelligence section, they will be exactly taking time to understand that. So that imaginative, creative things that a normal child or above normal child, talented children will going to show, they will not be able to do like that. I hope Ruchi you might have understood here. So according to anthropology, children of different races differ in their development. Negro children gain maturity earlier than white children. This is what is most important thing, that is called as race. So here definitely I don't want to use that word in public platform. So definitely there will be a race, the race in different type of human. So definitely they are saying that the negro children have gained, they are gaining maturity faster than that of white children. So I am not going to talk about more about this topic, but definitely in social platform it's okay, we can discuss about it, but to a limited pace. So they have that capability, like the person who will be like in single way we can say that the children who are grown in villages, they are far more what you call stronger in compared to that of those children who are exactly grown up in a small room. Understood? Why? Because the children who are growing in villages, they are going in a different type of water, they are playing different type of field, they are sleeping. So they are very very like they're rough and tough, what you word can say. So their maturity level will be different in compared to that those of those children who are exactly living in a small flat in cities or metros, and they will be exactly seeing some limited number of people, and they will be having very less interaction with different animals which will be present in the village area and other things. I hope Yes, I hope you might have understood that one. So this is exactly dependent on the race and the level of development these race are exactly gaining. Now, internal structure. Yes, the internal structure like nervous system and other things related to internal structure are also very, very responsible for the development. Understood? So, like bone structure, brain structure, gland, liver, heart, the internal organs. Understood? The well and the fully developed internal organs will give you a very good physical, physique and mental and emotional development, and characteristic development will be good. So a good standard height, internal organs are healthy, you are physically fit, means definitely you will be feeling energetic. And I believe only one thing, that when see, it's not like there is always a myth like okay, when you are very slim then only you are energetic. See, please kindly remove that fact. That's not at all truth. So nowadays people are exactly going for zero figure, this thing, that thing. No, weight should be, yeah, what you call body mass index should be in a relative pattern, that's it. And you should be healthy. But see, more than physical look, the mental health carries a lot. The mental health carries a lot, and in the standard where you are exactly presenting yourself, your mental health and your what you call the communication skill is only going to be talked about. Your physical feature, like you're very fat, stubborn, this thing, or very thin, you are skinny, that should be no. The presentation of the thought and the presentation of the mind is one of the most crucial factor here. So it should be like, it should be the children should be encouraged. But yes, obese children, obesity, it means overweight. See, one word is called as healthy, one word is called as overweight. Overweight means the body mass index is very far behind the weight. That time you have to, in the class you have to encourage child to eat more of vegetables and protein, so that the body will become fit. So that's some things the teacher has to encourage the child about. But yes, the teacher should not be this what you call, they should not be insulting a child in the class based on their weight, height or something. BMI calculator, yes, body mass index calculator is one of the most important thing, Nisha. And one more important thing is, in a class we should not be discouraging a child because of their body mass index. We should be encouraging them to eat more of veggies, we should be encouraging them to be fit. Just go, means nowadays you should have a different strategy. If like a child is not at all moving, means hey, go for one round, go for a walk. Okay, so take your mobile and go for a walk, keep on walking. So keep on walking means definitely a person will be walking, means they will be losing energy. So definitely losing energy means the extra fats which is exactly stored in the form of adipose will be exactly laxed out. So that's also a type of good skill. So walking is also a very biggest exercise. Now, environment, in the ordinary sense of term, environment means that is found around the individual. Yes, this is the most important thing. So what is around an individual becomes the environment. So environment condition influences the physical and psychological development. Like according to Boring, Weld and Legfield, the environment is everything that affect the individual except his genes. Yes, so genes cannot define the environment. Genes means see, the characteristic that is coming from the characteristics that is coming from father and mother, that is through heredity, what characters are coming, you cannot remove that. But yes, you can enhance the characteristic, means by their change in behavior, and that will be exactly done by the environmental surrounding where you are. Understood? So like influence of the environment on the development of child can be described through the following part, that necessary facilities of, yes, necessary facilities of life is one of the most important thing. How? Like food, clothing, school, balanced diet, pure air, water, proper light, proper dress up, everything. And what you call proper rest, proper what you call intake of water, all these things will be exactly necessary facilities of life. Good water is also one of the necessary facility of life, I believe that. So if you are drinking pure water and you are exactly what you call staying in a fresh air, means you are getting the best facility of life. Right nowadays the best facility is not air condition. The best facility is less polluted water and air to be taken by a human. Understood? So always in, if any in development questions will come, you should always be emphasizing on nature. Always force yourself to discuss about nature, and always just try to divert your attention towards a natural environment rather than an artificial ecology. Understood? So now ecosystem should be natural. That's ecosystem should be natural, healthy, pure air, pure water should be there. Understood? So here, like other human being, a child needs shelter to protect him from the open weather and other danger in the physical world. The shelter should be well ventilated, good sanitization, healthy environment, and should be secure. So yes, so these are exactly the basic amenities of life. These are also considered as what? Basic amenities of life. The basic amenities of life is a properly ventilated house. Now good sanitation should be there, and healthy environment should be there, where the interaction with the other people should also be enhancing the behavior, and physical, mental, and the health should be also in a very, very stronger side. Now society and culture, yes, this is exactly one of the most important thing. See, I'm saying one thing, that nowadays I have seen one very important factor. There is a shift. People are now becoming more aware about their culture, their heritage, the way they are representing their, their religion or culture to their children. Now they're very precautious about it, because now they are knowing that the way the children are exactly grooming in AI world, definitely their inspiration can be some XYZ cartoon, but their inspiration cannot be a very big person who has exactly invented some, what you called, big devices. So definitely the children inspirations are now, what you called, getting shaped because of the AI world and the culture, or the, what you call, environment, where the children are exactly knowing that only few factors they are knowing. They are very far away from nature, they are very far away from other aspects. So definitely they have a very limited speech, what you called, they can't be communicating well also, because of one thing, that is they are having only one side, and that is the visual world. They are not at all in the real world. So we need to understand one thing. Society and culture also affect the development. Physical and non-physical, both culture affect the development of child. Social custom, ritual, value decide the speed and expect of child development. Social institutions are also responsible for development of child. Yes, so that also comes under the behavior pattern. Family background is most important here. So if somebody will be talking about the family background, see, there is always a saying, what a parent cannot give, grandparent can give. So this is the best answer, because you know what, being a mother, being a father, your sources are limited, but the grandparents, they have a very unlimited sources of knowledge. So if I believe that a family background means, if the grandparents are there in the family, means what they will do is they will bring the past and the present content in inside the child in a much better way if they are groomed with them, because they will be giving their personal experience, their maturity level, yes, their maturity level to the child. So the child will be knowing that, okay, these things are there. So if the parents, the grandparents are educated, and the grandparents are having the much clear factor about life, so they will imbibe the knowledge about life to the child. So definitely a family background, the presence of the family member in the background is also adding a very important point, because nowadays people are exactly going with a nuclear family, like a wife, husband, and children. Definitely wife is busy, husband is busy, the children are busy in their own world. So definitely where in that particular fast paced moving world, if the grandparents are there, means the grandparents will be acting as a pillar for the development of the child. Where mother and father are unavailable for the child, the grandparents will be acting as a pillar for knowledge and the spreading of the culture and the community informations to the child. So yes, family background is also one of the important source of development. And next is disease as injury. Disease and injuries are always harmful for a child. Any type of physical or mental injury stops the normal development of a child. This is exactly most important thing. So background is often due to disease, and see, backwardness is also, see, if I believe only one thing, like if a child is unable to walk properly, so mental health is affected, because he will see his friends child is exposed to many technology and informations in a very little age. Yes, that's the true thing, and we people are experiencing this thing. We are seeing, and we are also understanding that they are far more advanced than us, because we have a limited resource of information. They are into that AI world where they are gaining the unlimited information, so we have to be very much aware about that. So they are far ahead than us. So backwardness is often due to disease and injury. These are major in mental retardation. Yes, they are responsible for giving mental retardedness. Injury at birth like anoxia, or that is, I am going to talk about all this. That is as apexia, understood. So this may also lead to mental retardation, malfunctioning of I'm going to talk about Alzheimer also, dyslexia also. There are many child related diseases are there, understood. So we are going to discuss about them also, okay. Now school environment also affect the development. So school, so we have already talked about. So in school sections we are going to be like in school section it is going to be, so this is the end of the development chapter. So you need to understand that now we are going to do all the questions related to growth and development. 2 1 days now we will be fully doing growth and development questions, and what type of questions of growth and development is coming in ctet we are going to do in the next class. So but in between sample paper we will do. Today they didn't give my what you called DC meeting was not there. Tomorrow it is there. So definitely tomorrow, what time I'm coming, accordingly I'll keep the class. So as a major barrier of development, definitely school we are already knowing what and all things are there. हम लोग तो स्कूल में पले बड़े हुए हैं. स्कूल को ही हम लोगों ने अपना भगवान मान लिया था कभी, और स्कूल में ही हम सबसे ज़्यादा शैतानी करते थे. घर में जाके तो हम इंसान थे, शैतान तो हम अपने स्कूल में थे, करेक्ट ना. सो स्कूल में जो भी था वो हम डॉन थे स्कूल के, करेक्ट ना. सो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और जो भी हम कर सकते थे, अपना जितना राउडी बिहेवियर था हमने स्कूल में दिखाया है, कॉलेज में ही दिखाया है कि हम कितने शैतान और कितने बुद्धिमान बच्चे थे, करेक्ट ना. सो स्कूल में टीचर्स और जो या स्कूल में जो टीचर्स और जो प्रिंसिपल्स का इंटरेक्शन होता है बच्चों के साथ, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का जो इंटरेक्शन होता है बच्चों के साथ, और वो किस तरह से उसको बच्चे को इन्हेंस करते हैं आगे बढ़ने में, वो सारा चीज़ जो है वो डेवलपमेंट में आता है. इट कम्स अंडर डेवलपमेंट, अंडरस्टूड. सो दैट इज एंटी सोशल एंड अनडिजायरेबल बिहेवियर ऑल्सो समटाइम्स द चाइल्ड इज शोइंग. Yes, the school time will be the best time, Nisha, because that time itself you were like very disciplined in the sense where school going and sleeping. School means lunchbox, school means test coming means the headache time. Yes, so definitely the curricular activities and everything, this should be exactly totally imbibed in the children, and it should go very positive way. So there are many factors associated with it. Okay, fine. So I'm just winding up the class here. बिल्कुल करेक्ट रुचि. That's was something which was very like we were a very intellectual children. Intellectually we were doing all the crimes, okay. But nowadays the children are AI children, they are far more ahead than us, correct now. So growth and development like cephalocaudal and proximal distal, so there are different type of terms in growth and development topics are there. So please go through the topic and please see the differences in the chart again, and just read it one time and just follow the video. And again what we will do is, when we will be solving one time, we will be taking general to specific was there, development is limited to this factor that factor. Gang भी स्कूल में ही बनाया था. yes, हमारा गैंग भी तो स्कूल में ही था. So school, after school, I think people are feeling like they are getting isolated. That's also one of the most important thing. Fine, okay. After that it's very difficult to get a correct gang. That's the most important part. Okay, fine. Bye everyone, good night.